Hello and welcome to another episode of Momento Malum today. The common melon consists of 6 cultivar groups. Within Iran, the most common are the cantaloupe and honeydew. And there's a great deal of diversity in regards of the common melon found both in Africa and Asia. Indeed, it's currently believed that this species was domesticated twice independently, both in Africa and Asia. In Asia, the melon was first domesticated in Egypt around 2000 BCE. Around 1,000 years after its domestication, it then spread to India in 1000 BCE. And it's from there that it came to Persia and spread to the Middle East. Through this path, it would also bring melons to Rome, and through this route, the rest of the West. Genetic erosion is a slow reduction of the crop species gene pool. This happens when new cultivars replace the landraces, and as a result, fewer people maintain these primordial populations. To aid in the conservation of these landraces, and create a new plan to optimize the breeding programs of melon, Dr. Maleki would do a genetic analysis of 27 melon landraces using the ISSR genetic marker technology, and here are the results. The non-sweet landraces were well separated on a genetic level from the sweet cultivar groups. The sweet cultivar groups consisted of 2 subgroups, and there's integration between these groups. Indeed, the intermediary landraces seem to be of hybrid lineage. This genetic analysis also found that despite the significant differences between cantaloupe and honeydew, on a morphology and physiology basis, the genetic difference is quite small. Through this knowledge, it's believed that a small number of genes might be responsible for a difference between horticultural groups of melon. It was also found that the cantaloupe group is quite wide genetically speaking, and it was also found that the cultivar group, reticulatus, should be merged into the cantaloupe group due to genetic similarities. There was also a trend that was worrying to researchers, found in this paper. It was found that the genetic variation within populations was more than among populations. It was also found that the NB and AHAR landraces are very similar to the commercial cultivar called ananas. This means that since this cultivar was imported to Iran, it gradually replaced the landraces and began crossbreeding with said landraces. This may be a worrying sign of a potential trend towards extinction of the indigenous Iranian melon landraces. Even in modern times, Iran remains one of the major sources of genetic diversity in melon. There are still many other landraces that have not been identified and collected, and these need to be identified and collected before their extinction. It is required because it is a major part of the history of this crop and a means to further improve the existing melon cultivars, especially in the context of modern melon cultivars. And that about covers everything for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you want to donate to my channel, the links are below. If you want to buy my book, you can also find that link in the description box below.